With Diwali right around the corner, I thought it would be super fun for us to make our very own DIY lanterns to light up our spaces and add a festive glow. Diwali is also known as the Festival of Lights, and it is all about light overcoming darkness, so making these lanterns felt really special because it was my little way of light overcoming darkness and kind of creating that for myself. In this video, I'm going to show you how I folded and created all of these lanterns or diyas, but I will also show you how I designed some of them because I don't know if you could tell, but I did create some rangoli designs and other designs inspired by traditional Indian motifs. We also got some glitter on one of them, which was a little bit of a mishap, but we got it done. So stay tuned and let's get into it. For this DIY, you'll need some colorful paper, cardstock, or even simple construction paper from the dollar store works perfectly great. You're also gonna need scissors, glue, and something to decorate with if you choose. You're also gonna want something to trace your circles with because we are gonna be making a lot of circles here. I just used washi tape and some string, which we'll get into later. This craft is meant to be super beginner friendly, so you probably have most of the supplies at home already, so try not to stress. Once you have everything ready, the first thing that we're gonna do is pick out the colors that we want. I went through my little sheet book over here and picked out some of the brightest colors that I can find because Diwali is all about color and light, joy and positivity, and I wanted my diyas to reflect that. Once you selected all of your paper, you're gonna take your item that you're tracing with, such as your washi tape, and you're gonna start tracing circles. So the key here is that each diya needs 8 circles. I personally picked 2 items that I could trace with, so I have my washi tape. I also found the top of this can only because I wanted 2 different size diyas, which means I had to make 2 separate sizes of circles. I used the washi tape for the small circles, and I used the top of this can for the bigger circles. This just gave me variety in different sizes for my diyas, which I thought just made the bunch look extra fun and dynamic. Once I have all of my circles traced, it's time to cut. Now, cutting is one of the more tedious aspects of this project. However, once you get into it, it actually becomes quite fun and meditative. You can put on a podcast or some music and just use this as a time of reflection. I use it as a time to just remember what Diwali is all about. Diwali, also known as the Festival of Lights, is one of the most celebrated festivals in India and around the world. It symbolizes the victory of light over darkness and of good over evil. A lot of families celebrate by decorating their homes with diyas, much like the ones we're creating today, or they buy them at the store instead of creating their own, along with rangoli, and they also share sweets, exchange gifts, and come together with loved ones. It's honestly just a celebration and a way to just enjoy time together and celebrate goodness. At its heart, Diwali is about joy, new beginnings, and filling our spaces with light and positivity. Hence why this craft means so much to me, and hence why I also chose a lot of bright, bold, colorful colors for this to just symbolize the festival itself. Now that your circles are all cut, it is time to fold. So I want you to pay close attention here. We're gonna fold 1 circle at a time. So grab your circle, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. So it kind of looks a little bit like this. You're basically folding it twice. Once you folded all 8 circles, grab one of them and find the fold. You're gonna place a strip of glue right on the fold. Then you're gonna take your next piece and glue it right on top, just like I'm doing here. Make sure that you're gluing at the fold, otherwise your diya is not gonna open, so just be really careful here that you're gluing in all the right places. Repeat that for all 8 pieces, and once you're done, it's gonna kind of look like a little squishy hamburger, kind of like you see here. I would give it about 30 seconds to a minute to fully dry, and once it's dry, you're gonna open it up like an accordion, and you can go ahead and glue together the 2 ends so that your diya is fully secured. As you can see, the shape is starting to come together, but we're not quite done. What we're gonna do now is flip the diya over and open up the flaps. This is what's gonna actually give it that fun shape. So just go slowly and expand each and every aspect of it until it's fully open. And now the last step is the flame. So I just cut out a flame using orange cardstock paper from my book and completed it like that, and I thought it was quite fun. You can continue the rest of your diyas just like this, but if you want to spice things up, I recommend decorating. So now is the time that we get into how I decorated my diyas and maybe give you inspiration on how to decorate yours.
I love drawing inspiration from traditional Indian artwork for Diwali, which often features intricate floral patterns, paisleys, mandalas, a lot of geometric borders, and similar things like that. The first design here was kind of created like that. It's kind of inspired by flowers, but it's way simplified. It kind of gives the same effect of flowing flowers, but because I had to draw it over 8 separate times, I didn't want to make it too complicated. However, after that, I decided to make a Rangoli design. It took way longer, especially because I had to do it 8 separate times, but I think it was worth the time that went into it. Rangoli is a traditional Indian art form where people create intricate, colorful patterns on the ground, and they use materials like colored powders, rice, sand, or even flower petals. The designs usually feature a lot of geometric or floral shapes, symbols of luck and prosperity, such as lotus, peacocks, diyas, or mandalas. The purpose is to be decorative and also spiritual, sort of to welcome guests, invite positive energy, and bring blessings into the home. So that's why I thought it would be great to incorporate a design like this on my paper diyas.
I also tried to do something fun by adding glitter, but it did not turn out how I wanted to. What I messed up on was I put glitter entirely on each and every one of the circles, so when it came time to folding, it folded, but the glue didn't stick on top of the glitter. So I recommend not going full glitter. Instead, you can do something like this, where you kind of just pick and choose certain edges and parts of the diya to put the glitter on. So I did end up doing that, and this is how it turned out. I think it's a great substitute. Honestly, if glitter wasn't so messy, I probably would have done way more of these ones. So it's up to your discretion. I think if you're okay with getting messy, go ahead and get that glitter done, because I think it just fully emphasizes the spirit of Diwali even more. Once your designs are done, it's time to assemble. You can hang them on a string as garlands, place them along the window, or use them as a centerpiece on your Diwali table. The decision is up to you. I personally just love how these turned out. They're simple but so meaningful, and it was honestly such a fun project to do. Creating them by hand gave me the opportunity to slow down, reflect, and connect with the meaning of Diwali and what it means for me, and some ways that I want to kind of let go of darkness and allow more light into my life this year. I hope this inspires you to create your own diyas or lanterns, whether you celebrate Diwali or you just wanted to add a little bit of color, joy, and light into your life. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more DIYs like this. Happy Diwali!